Alrighty, so let's figure out how to talk about what we do in our homes. ¿Qué haces en tu hogar? What do you do in your home? ¿Qué haces en tu hogar? ¿Qué haces en tu hogar? These slides are built into your lesson in Canvas. So slide 2. Let's see if I can go into present mode at the same time. It might not. Here we go. And it's loading. I'm going to press pause here. Oh, no. Okay, it looks like I can. So you've got this vocabulario importante or important vocabulary. All of this vocabulary is already on your resource module. You have it in Quizlet sets. You have it in the vocabulary list. So I'm going to ask you to study that on your own. So how do I say what I do in my home? Can you tell us the first time I'm making one of these videos? Yo means I. Sacar la basura means to take out the trash in Spanish. Yo plus sacar la basura, I take out the trash. No, almost. Yo saco la basura, I take out the trash. Anytime you need to during this video, pause. Pause, pause, pause. Replay, replay, replay. Do what you guys need to do in order for you to be successful. So it looks like if I hit that next arrow key, it doesn't move the slide. I actually have to click the thing. So what's going on? Verbs are actions. Verbs in Spanish tend to end in AR or ER or IR. Ar, ir. When the verb ends in AR or ER or IR, it's in its infinitive form. And we change our verb endings to match the person doing the action. That's called conjugating. Who cares? Just how do I talk in Spanish, right? So we see this sometimes in English. I take out the trash, he takes out the trash, or she takes out the trash. It happens all the time in Spanish. And click next. Okay. So how did I do that? How did I get to yo saco la basura? To say that I am doing something, we use the yo form of the verb. You know, cortar el césped, to cut the grass. Yo corto el césped. As much as you want, pause and repeat after me, okay? Lavar el coche, to wash the car. Yo lavo el coche. Lavar los platos. Yo lavo los platos. Lavar la ropa. Yo lavo la ropa. Limpiar el baño. Yo limpio el baño. So to say that I'm doing something, we use the yo form of the verb. Now I want you to try it. I want you to take off the AR ending. See, ordenar la casa? Take off the AR in ordenar. You see, pasar la aspiradora? Take off the AR in pasar la aspiradora. You see, pasear el perro? Take off the AR in pasear el perro. You see the sacar la basura? Take off the AR in sacar la basura. Add O. At this time, go ahead and pause. Think about it for yourself. Either say it out loud, write it down on a piece of paper. If you're working on Google Docs, do it on that. Pause it and then go to the next slide to check your answers. If you just jump and look at the answers, then you didn't give yourself time to think. And here they go. Yo ordeno la casa. Yo paso la aspiradora. Yo paseo al perro. Yo saco la basura. Yes, if you want to say you don't do these things, you put no in. Yo no ordeno la casa. Yo no paso la aspiradora. Yo no paseo el perro. Yo no saco la basura. Again, pause and practice repeating as often as you need. So again, to say that I am doing something, we use the yo form of the verb. Now you try it. Take off the AR ending, add O to say I do this activity. Cuidar la mascota. Yo escuchar la música. Yo, hablar por teléfono. Yo, usar la computadora. Yo, pause, give yourself time to write, give yourself time to speak, and then go on to the next slide to check your answer. Again, I know you could just go on to the next slide and check your answer and just see the answer, but I want you to think for yourself. Okay? Go for it. Okay, here we go. Yo cuido a la mascota. Yo escucho música. Yo hablo por teléfono. Yo uso la computadora. Are you trying to say it too? Yo cuido a la mascota. Yo escucho música. Yo hablo por teléfono. Yo uso la computadora. Okay, now what if you wanted to ask a question? I mean, it's not always just somebody talking. Usually a conversation is somebody asking questions and somebody answering back. So what if I want to ask you if you do these activities? To ask someone a question, you use you in Spanish, tú or usted. Feel free to go back into our other notes and our other resources to see the difference between tú and usted. Tú is chill, informal, relaxed, used for friends and family. Usted is formal, used when you're talking to an adult or you're talking to someone with respect, something like that. But to keep things simple for this lesson, we're just going to use the informal you, tú. So take a peek here. Ordenar la casa, to organize the house, to clean up the house. Tú ordenas la casa. Tú pasas la aspiradora. I know it's not normally polite to point, but you see how you're pointing? Go ahead and point at me and say, tú paseas al perro. Tú sacas la basura. Oh, and I have a typo in my video. I will go ahead back and check out that exclamation point by the time you come back and see this in the notes itself. And like, okay, that's great, Miss Stuck. You told us to and whatever, but how do I ask the question? Well, we add question marks. Remember in Spanish, we put that upside down question mark at the start of every question. That's just how Spanish rolls. When people come to the United States of America, we ask people to do things here the way we do them, like we drive on the right hand side of the road. So we're learning another language, and this is a very cultural thing. In another language, we put the question mark upside down in the front of the sentence in Spanish. That's just how they roll. Okay? So, tú ordenas la casa? Now, if you want to, you can just drop the two and use your voice. Man, it's bugging me to see that exclamation point. I shouldn't have had that in there, but I'm not perfect. So, tú ordenas la casa? Now you try it. ¿Ordenas la casa? ¿Tú pasas la aspiradora? ¿Pasas la aspiradora? ¿Tú paseas al perro? ¿Paseas al perro? ¿Tú sacas la basura? ¿Sacas la basura? So the yo kept using the O, and the two is using this AS. Okay. So I want you to practice reading the questions aloud. Ready? Pause and you practice asking. ¿Ordenas la casa? ¿Pasas la aspiradora? ¿Paseas al perro? ¿Sacas la basura? Still learning how to use all these machinery. Okay, so looks like we take off the AR ending of the verb and we add AS. So I'd like you to pause here. Take cuidar a la mascota, chop off that AR in cuidar, add your AS. Escuchar la música, chop off that AR, add AS. Hablar por teléfono, chop off that AR, add AS. Usar la computadora, chop off that AR, add AS. Got it? You can do it. Pause, do it on your own, write it out on a piece of paper, write it on a Google Doc, say it out loud. then click to see the next slide. Or pause the computer or pause this video and then check it. Okay, so is this what you came up with? ¿Tú cuidas a la mascota? Again, I know it's not usually polite to point, but I'm trying to use the tone of voice, use my facial expression and the body language to show you that I'm asking you a question. So go ahead and ask it right back at me. ¿Tú cuidas a la mascota? ¿Tú escuchas la música? ¿Tú hablas por teléfono? ¿Tú usas la computadora? Or did you do it this way? See how we took off the tú and we're just using a tone of voice. ¿Cuidas a la mascota? ¿Escuchas música? ¿Hablas por teléfono? ¿Usas la computadora? Again, pause and replay the video as you need. We all learn at our own speeds. So let's Q&A a bit. Now, Q&A, what's that? Question and answer. Okay, question and answer. So I'm going to ask you questions in Spanish. And I want you to answer back aloud in Spanish about yourself. So you're going to use the yo. Then you're going to ask the question back at me. So here's a model. See the picture of the computer? I'm going to ask you if you use the computer. I will ask, ¿Usas la computadora? I'll pause. Now you can press pause too. That'll give you time to answer. And you can either say sí or no, or you can really push yourself and say, uso la computadora, or no uso la computadora. Again, sí, no, that's fine. If that's your level of where you're starting and you're comfortable, I'm just going to push you to try to get more complete sentences. So I'm going to ask you, ¿usas la computadora? Okay. Now ask me, ¿usas la computadora? Or say, ¿y tú? Yo uso la computadora mucho. ¿Sacas la basura? Sí, yo saco la basura. So remember, I asked you the question, ¿sacas la basura? And you either answered sí or no, or you answered saco la basura or no saco la basura. Then you asked me the question, ¿sacas la basura? Sí, saco la basura. Pause, replay as much as you need. ¿Lavas los platos? ¿Lavas los platos? Sí, lavo los platos. ¿Lavas los platos? Sí, lavo los platos. ¿Escuchas música? Sí, escucho música. Me gusta música. ¿Escuchas música? Sí, escucho música. And that is it. If you need to, the beauty of this lesson is that the lesson is going to be recorded. It's going to be built into Canvas. You can go ahead and listen as many times as you want. You can also go back to the very, very beginning and start all over again. Because again, we're practicing what do you do in your home? We have all sorts of different families and we have all sorts of different homes. Casa, apartamento, casa móvil, casa adosada. Your home is your home. You do it your way. So I look forward to studying a little more with you. We have practiced tú, you, and yo, I. I hope that helps you.